This is called film review. Notice how your brain is going to experience a lovely satanic attack that almost duplicates your child's approach to film review. We're going to try to identify some satanic attacks that experiences before she even gets started with a review, revise, and recommit lesson. Feel free, my friends, to join in with the chat and put in what you might hear in your head designed to sabotage your next review, revise, and recommit session with yourself. What's one of the first phrases you hear designed to sabotage you? All right, I'm looking at the chat now to see what others have said. I don't have time. I have, you got this, you don't need to review what you're doing, you're just fine. I'm gonna shorten that to no need. You just did it last week. Do you need to do it again? Overkill. All right, give us another one that you hear. I'll just feel worse. I suck at this. Well done. I would rather go to the dentist. Now let's see if we can harvest some of the instructions you gave your child. We're gonna do it anyways. We should eat something when we do it, all right? We should probably make a nice snack. And I've got my bag of nuts. While I'm in my office, I have my water bottle. I've got my drink and my snack. I'm ready to roll. Now remember, if you're just getting started with this, you're already engaged in a psychological war with Satan. You'll notice that the battle has already begun before it feels like it's even supposed to start. Now, one of the ways I can tell that I'm on the verge of doing something important is by the intensity level of the satanic attack. So based on your description and based on all of these attacks, that's some pretty ruthless demons who are invested in sabotaging you. And I'm pretty sure we didn't even get the whole list. And so now I'm going to pause for a second, look at this, and make a note to myself that says, I am getting attacked. I can see it here, right here on paper. I'm looking at the film, I'm listening to it, and I'm seeing, so this is the music that's being played in my head, and now I'm hearing that, so I'm making a note about what's happening in my head. This is what's playing in my head. The difference between a musical instrument and your brain is a musical instrument, you actually have to move things. With your brain, it'll play all by itself. And so you're listening to a recording of your brain, you're going, wow, this is painful, this is hard. Let's make another note of reflection. These are intrusive thoughts, and based on what we've learned, do these come from yourself? One of the words you used to identify it was overwhelming. Okay, anytime you're pondering this and you go, I know what the Holy Ghost feels like, and this is not what that feels like. This is overwhelming. I'm being sabotaged. What we have here is you've actually just started the discovery work of how to cast him out. It's your army versus their army, almost like how do you kill an anthill? You can't just put a firecracker and it blow it up and it kills all the ants. We're gonna have to get an army to fight against an army. Think of each one of these satanic attack phrases as separate demons or separate members of the adversary's army. It is a little overwhelming, okay, and it can be scary. We might need to remember a phrase, those that be with us are more than those that be with them. Okay, so what would you say to your child if they were having these emotional attacks? All right, now you'll notice as our friends were sharing with us, notice we started to get almost an equal number of ministering angel phrases as we have attack phrases. We can start to do like one at a time, where we take one phrase at a time and we develop an attack response to it. Let's try a I don't have time. All right, so now that we have this right in front of us, is it a true statement that you don't have time, or what would classify as a win in that case? Okay, we would want you to show yourself that you do have time by thinking, well, how much time do I actually plan to spend on this? How much time, this is hard work and hard exercise. Go back to the piano analogy. Do you expect your child to be good at it on their first sit down at the piano? If you know it's going to be hard on their fingers and hard on their brain and hard on their heart, what would be a correct amount of time to practice so they don't burn out? We would say 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. Now, you should have gotten a satanic attack as soon as I wrote that down. What did you hear in your head as soon as I wrote down 10 to 15 minutes? So notice the phrasing here. Let's go. I can do this. What's the most likely next satanic attack you're going to get as you move towards this activity? This is painful. I got other things to do. Let's do some self-talk here. I have other things to do. Now be the mom, be the wise sister, be the frontal lobe, be the Holy Ghost for yourself. What do you say when you say I have other things to do? What would you say to someone if you were the Holy Ghost? Notice the tone of that. Does that surprise you? Did you hear that tone? Now, for those of you who are athletes or musicians, what we're doing right now is we're playing this mental song very slowly to get the fingerings right, to get the footwork right. When I was a violinist, I would spend like an hour on one line. Okay, I got to get the bowing right. I got to get my finger right. I got to get the vibrato right. I've got to get the shift from one finger to another right. I've got to do this really slow so I can get my fingers used to the slow part. So this is how slow we're going to take it. Pick another one for us. What's the most likely next one to hit you? It doesn't have to be on this list. You can just go with one that you're aware is going to hit you. What does Mother, Sister, or Holy Ghost say in response to I suck, I'm a failure? Isn't this interesting how the brain is almost going through the painful process of moving from the animal brain with some satanic vulnerability to back to your frontal lobe? Now, this is taxing, so don't think this should be easy. So now think like a mom, and your child just said to you, Mom, I just want to make it clear to you, I suck and I'm a failure, in case you didn't notice. Now, do you see what happens when I push you into your mother brain and I act like a child?
If you're finding this video helpful or want to help us reach others in need, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because it really supports our channel. Thank you.
Now, one of the things I like about the handwritten version of this is, do you see how I can emphasize things? Sometimes if you're just typing it up, it's hard to really express it the way you want to. Okay, so let's start at the beginning of the song. Okay, the song is I want to review, revise, and recommit to a plan. Da-da-da! And then the first note, I don't have time. Okay, all right. We're going to say, let's fine tune our playing of this note. 10 to 15 minutes, so let's add some words to that. So mother to child, what do you say that makes a little more meaning behind this phrase? Just do it for, just practice for, I know it's hard, just practice for 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, back to the animal brain, back to the next satanic attack. I have other things to do. Okay, let's check to see if our note is good. You have plenty of time, put yourself first. We have to slow it down. You got to put a little, you got to slow down. You got to feel that note. But I suck and I'm a failure. Go ahead, take over. Good, 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 good. So you're going to get better. You are going to get better. All right. Now, if I were in your shoes, I would be a little bit exhausted already. And I would say, I don't even know where to start. How's that for guessing what it feels like to be in the satanic attack on your brain? All right, now go into mother brain again. So let me transpose that, okay, into our work. Just open any part of the battle planner. Go into the middle of it, go to the beginning of it, go to the end of it. Just look over a section of it and practice a piece of it. I practiced a little piece on the inside. Okay, well, that's not good enough. You have to do it right for it to count. You have to play the whole song perfectly for it to count. You ever heard that one in your head before? So let's put that one in here just in case it's the next satanic attack. A little bit doesn't count. Your motherly response to that? Hold on, what you just happened there is very important. Everyone, please. Your brain is like an Amazon jungle. Have you heard the term, we only use about 20% of our brain? The more we learn about neurons, we have all this undiscovered territory. You know you're entering a very important part of your brain when you've never been there before. When you have to pause and think for a second, that means you're breaking new territory in your head. Don't let Satan say, oh, you're not good at this. Of course I'm not good at this. I've never done this before. I've never been in this part of my head before. I've got a machete and I'm trying to chop through a little bit of this new territory in my brain. You have now reached the edge where you can find James chapter 1, verse 5. If any of you lack wisdom, I just found the edge of my wisdom. I have no idea what's next. I don't know what I'm doing. I am Nephi getting the brass plates. I don't know what I'm doing. I was just listening to, re-listening to the most recent conference talks, and I can't remember if it's the first one. I think it is the very first one because I've listened to it several times. It's the one where he's a new general authority and goes with Elder Packer to go to these different speaking assignments. And Elder Packer says, "All right, let's go with the spirit here." And he says, "Okay." And he has to get up 3 times, and he's like, "Dah! I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm supposed to say here." And the testimony he gains from it is in that moment of I have no idea what I'm doing is when we get some of our most important revelations. So as you find the edge of your current wisdom, as you find the edge of your current experience, this is the moment of thrill. At least it has become this for me. This is the moment I'm on the verge of revelation. Because I'm going to need a new idea right here. I'm going to need a new concept. Think like a musical composer. Here's the end of my song. I want to put 2 more minutes on this song. It needs 2 more minutes, but I don't know what the next note is. So what does a composer do? They start plinking on the keyboard. They start trying one, and they try another one, try another, and then they hit one. They go, "That's it. That's the right note." We are building, we are composing new thinking in your brain that's never been there before. And do not underestimate the power of this moment. You having an idea of what to do next is equal to Moses having the idea to part the Red Sea. Participating in this degree of revelation is absolutely miraculous. All right, so let's review. I know it is hard. Just practice for 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, you have plenty of time. Put yourself first, like an oxygen mask. Okay, I'm getting these notes down. Instead of saying I suck, I got you are doing great. Stick with it. You're amazing. You're going to get better and better and better as we go. Next one, start anywhere. Get the middle, the end, the beginning. But a little bit doesn't count. All right. What can you put behind a little bit doesn't count? Ooh, nice. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, my friends, guess what? You just did a review, revise, and recommit session. We just did part of it. We just did some of the process. We just played some of the middle of the song because a full review, revise, recommit session is a big piece of music. Okay, now how does your brain feel after that exercise? So we just did exactly what your mother brain would have taught you to do. We just copied and pasted something your brain's already good at, and we put it in this area to go along with it. So you can use all sorts of stuff that's already in your brain to help you get through these things.